Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing my absolute favorite breakfast recipe with you, my chocolate pecan granola. It's super easy, it's a lifesaver on days when we're super busy and running late to work or to run errands. It's delicious and it's gluten-free if you use all gluten-free ingredients. So let's get started. So in a mixing bowl, we're going to be adding all our ingredients, but before you do that, you want to set your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and let it heat up so that once all the ingredients are ready and we've got the granola in the pan, you're ready to put it in. Alright, so first thing you want to do is add 4 cups of gluten-free oats to your mixing bowl. Alright. Next, we're going to add in 1.5 cups of pecans. I've sort of broken my pecans down, but you can definitely leave them whole as well if you prefer that. And in a little bowl here, I've got 1/2 cup of olive oil and 1/2 cup of maple syrup. So I'm going to add that in. There we go. Then we're going to add in a little bit of cinnamon, so about a teaspoon. And the last ingredient we're going to add in is just about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt really just helps to enhance all the flavors of all the ingredients. And we're ready to mix. Now when you're mixing all the ingredients together, make sure that you're mixing thoroughly because you want the oats to be covered in the olive oil and in the maple syrup. That's really what helps bring in the crunchiness to the granola. So everything is well mixed and I'm just going to lay it out in my tray and we're going to be set to put it in the oven. Now normally I like to line my tray with parchment paper, but I've run out, so I'm using aluminum foil as a replacement. It's not the best, but it'll make do for now. So I'm going to put it all on here. Okay. Get everything on my tray here. So we've got everything on the tray here. The next thing you want to do is flatten everything out. The flatter your granola is, the crunchier and the crispier it's going to be, and you're going to get a thorough, even cook. So just spread it out like so, and then start patting it down. The tray is now ready to go in the oven. The granola is going to cook for a total of 40 minutes. We're going to do 2 runs of 20 minutes, and I'm going to tell you how. Set your timer because you don't want the granola to overcook. The first 20 minutes are now up, so I'm going to bring the tray out of the oven. And at this time, you want to grab a spatula, and what we're going to do is just sort of flip the granola a little so the side that's on the bottom gets evenly cooked as well. So just want to flip. And then once it's all flipped over, you just want to flatten it out again. You'll notice that flattening it out at this point will be a little bit harder because the oats have already gotten a lot crunchier than they were before. But just be gentle and patient and it'll happen. We're ready to place the tray back in the oven for another 20 minutes. The second half of the cook is up and we're ready to bring the tray out of the oven. There we are. And for the last bit, we're going to be adding these chocolate chips. We're just going to sprinkle them very randomly over top. I've got half a cup of chocolate chips here. I'm using dark chocolate chips. You can definitely replace it with white chocolate or milk chocolate, whatever you prefer. And the heat from the cooked granola is going to allow the chocolate to melt and stick to the granola. Alright, so the chocolate chips have been added and you want to let the granola cool for about an hour to 2 hours. You want to make sure that it's entirely cool just to be safe, so you're not burning yourself, and also because you don't want the chocolate to be soft and gooey. You want it to be hard. That way it's not making a mess by spreading everywhere in your in your tray or in your jar. I normally store my granola in glass containers. I'm reusing this container from a pasta sauce I bought earlier. It's sustainable, but you can definitely use any container that's airtight. Make sure it's airtight because that's very important. And you're all done. You can have this granola with milk, with yogurt, or even with like a smoothie if you're making some sort of an acai bowl. Enjoy. Bye.